Hey everyone, I know you're ready to fish, but lakes and ponds are frozen over. We had to wait a little bit longer, but don't worry, spring fishing is right around the corner. Before we get into the video, I got something cool to share. Once the weather warms up, I'll be putting together a pre-spawn bass series with tips, techniques, and things to avoid. Stay tuned. I'm Dennis from Dash Bass Fishing, and let's get things reeling. Welcome back, everyone. Before we start rigging the baits, my goal is to help us improve our skills as bank anglers with some tips and techniques, and we'll fix some common mistakes along the way. Let's get rigging the final baits. First up, we got the Fluke. This bait is great for pre-spawn bass fishing. You will see in a second. Let's get into the rigging. Alright, we'll rig it the Texas style. Here's what you need: 4-inch fluke, 3 to a 5 offset wide gap hook, and a 1/8 ounce bullet weight. The key to rigging a fluke is to make sure that it's perfectly straight. You want it to mimic a natural swimming bait. Start by inserting the hook 1/4 of the way into the head of the fluke, like this. Then push the bait upward toward the eye of the hook, turning it so the belly of the bait is facing the hook for the second insertion. Before piercing the bait again, align it along the hook and locate the bottom of the curve of the hook. This will indicate where you should measure the bait for the second insertion. Make sure everything stays straight so the bait glides smoothly through the water. Here's a tip. For a weedless setup, firmly stretch the portion of the bait toward the eye of the hook and pull back gently to cover the point of the hook. And there you have it, a weedless hook. Now you have a choice to fish with or without a bullet weight. For a more natural presentation of a wounded bait, going weightless is better. It is used to avoid spooking the fish. However, if you want to cover distance and get to the bottom faster, apply a 1/8 or 1/4 bullet weight. Here's how to apply it. Place a 7 to an 8 pound test line, fluoro or mono, through the smallest point of the bullet weight, making sure the wider end faces the hook, like this. Here's another tip to prevent damage to the knot. Push the head of the bait over the eye of the hook. This acts as a buffer between the hook and the knot, preventing damage to the knot as the weight slides down. Now, connect your line and hook. I use the union knot. You can tie whatever you're comfortable with. The fluke is all rigged up and ready to go. This setup works great for subtle presentation, especially around cover. Next up, the creature bait. You need a 4-inch creature bait to start the application. You want to repeat the same application from the Texas rig style. Once your hook is securely in place, it is time to add the bullet weight. Now, take your 1/8 bullet weight, insert your line in the smallest portion of the weight, and the wider end faces the hook. Once the weight is in place, make sure to tie your knot securely. Make sure the hook sits straight in the bait. and the bullet weight is sliding freely down your line to give the bait the right movement in the water. This will make the creature bait look like it's crawling on the bottom. Perfect for attracting bass. Don't forget to cover the eye of the hook. And there you have it, the Creature Bait Texas rig and ready for action. This rig works great for fishing in thick covers, submerged rocks, brush piles, and deeper water. With these setups, you're ready to hit the water when the season kicks off. Give it a try. Let me know how it works for you. To find new ponds or lakes, use the Google or the bathymetric map. I use the Google map to get an overview of the areas, routes, terrain, and key landmarks. This gives me a good sense of the layout and where I can start fishing. Next, I'll switch to the bathymetric map to dive into details of the water. This map shows the depth and underwater features, which is key for understanding things like drop-off, submerged structures, and potential fishing hotspots. By combining these two maps, I get a clear picture of both the land and the water, allowing me to plan my route and optimize my fishing spots based on depth and structures. This is how I make sure I'm hitting the best areas. During this down season, try to understand the map as well. So far, you got 2 solid Texas rig setups for pre-spawn bass, simple and effective. But this is just a start. As spring gets closer, we'll dive into more Senkos, lures, and techniques. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any questions or comments below. I'll be sharing a behind-the-scenes video leading up to the fishing series. Catch you in the next episode. I'm Dennis from Dash Bass Fishing, and I'm out. I got you, and I'm out of here. See you in the spring.